What's going on, guys? Phil here from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube with this familiar face.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and I'm over here with you guys today. This is gonna be exciting, a little different, not in front of the truck people off.
We're building a truck today, but not in the sense that you might think, because we're actually gonna build it online. Alex and I are gonna have a build off where we both go on the website, figure out what exactly we would put on a certain vehicle. So I've got popular makes and models in here. I'm gonna let you pick it.
Okay, so see, this is tough because you naturally have the advantage, but
yeah.
I still think I can do it.
What are we building?
So I'm going to be building.
Good luck if you get it apart. I stuck it together. I thought that would be pretty
These
clever.
Post-it notes match your shorts, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not
so
today,
much,
but maybe another time. A 2018 Ford F-150 is what I'm going to be building.
Yeah, we're actually both doing the same truck. So 2018 F-150, your budget's $5 grand. There's the computer. Go.
Okay. All right, so I have a 2018 Ford F-150. I've never used this mouse in my life. Why is it so slow?
So first place I'm going is the gallery because we got to figure out what fits first. God, I'm already panicking and I still have plenty of time left, but I just know how close this is going to be.
And I'm going to check out the gallery super quick for a hot minute. I'm just going to see which one I happen to like the most, because if somebody's already done it, I don't see any reason why I have to go and reinvent the wheel. All
right, so now we can get an idea of what these are going to look like. Oh damn, this is sick.
You know, the 20 by 12s is a nice look for me. Let's see. That just has a leveling kit too? That's easy. Oh, wait a minute. I'll do it.
This I can get on board with. Ready Lift leveling kit, looks sharp. I think it fits in there well. Crash bar is removed, pinch weld on body was trimmed. All right, so we can fit that. So we're gonna look for 22 by 12s and 33 12.5s. And I know that I can make that fit on the leveling kit.
What do I have again? A Ford, an F-150, four-wheel drive, because we live up north. Rear-wheel drive, we don't have to talk about those people that have rear-wheel drive vehicles or rear-wheel drive trucks. We're not about that.
So the good thing is I know that the Ready Lift leveling kit won't be that expensive, so we can spend a bit more money on wheels and tires.
Gosh, what sort of wheels do I want? That's the tough thing. I could go with like the classic Lincolns that everybody in the internet on Custom Offsets has been just talking about for like the last month and a half, but I am a huge fan, and I think it's because I'm a car guy. I like the flat face. Are forged wheels cheap on the truck market? I feel like the answer is no.
I'm gonna sort it by most expensive to see what we can get away with. I kinda like these Fuel Crush. So this is 22 by 12, negative 44, and it's a double dark tint, which not everybody has. It's kinda unique. It's kind of a blend of like an off-road style with a show style. So I'm gonna go with those. We'll add some tires.
Oh no, I only got 2 minutes left. Let's get rid of the fuel and see what we have for fuel forged. I could spend all my money on the wheels. That's an option.
So it automatically recommends the Nitto Ridge Grappler, which is probably what I would pick just because it is the most popular and it's that hybrid. So it's kind of a little bit off-road, a little bit on-road, kind of similar to the wheel style that I'm going with. So 3,800 for wheels and tires.
Okay, so I know everybody loves the TIS 544. How much are the Fittipaldis? Pricey, that's the answer. They are quite pricey, oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, let's see, what do they got for 20? They do have some 20-inch sizing, some 20 by 9s.
Just gonna fill in the options and pricing. Tire pressures, add a little bit of cost. We're gonna need those. I'll pass on the ceramic, pass on the wheel care. Don't need the spike valve stems. We do need lugs. So I'll get some of those. Do stick-on weights, standard shipping, no full-size spare. Add that to the cart.
Hopefully tires are super cheap for trucks. Price low to high. What do they got on this one? 305.35. Oh no, this is such a bad idea. I got more time. I got 55 seconds. Not Hancocks. Oh no! Not that. Oh no, I'm going way too fast. Okay, hold on.
I can actually go back to the gallery and just click buy leveling kit. And that should show me the ones that fit.
I got time, leave me alone. I got 25 seconds. All right, so I spent all of my money on the wheels and tires.
Running out of time. I'm not gonna have time to find what I want. This Rough Country one's only $300.
All right, I'm done. Ish. I have to add it to the cart, but I'm pretty much done.
I'm gonna take that, add to cart. Literally 9 seconds left, 8 seconds. Done. That's it. Wheels, tires, and suspension.
I have no idea what I just picked in terms of load rating and all that sort of good stuff. Here's what I do know. I found a truck in the gallery that was running 20 by 12 negative 51s on some Amp Terrain ATAs and a leveling kit, and I liked that. And then I liked the Fittipaldi back there, and I don't think it ever gets enough love, mostly because Fittipaldi has some very car-ish style stuff. So I picked the Fittipaldi Off-Road FTF 08s, 22 by 12, which is going wider slightly, negative 51 offset. That is actually a brushed with black tint, so it's like a nice little like brownish, brushed, nice look without paying too much money, $4,000, and some Amp Terrain ATEs. You can see where I spent my money. And then for suspension, I just got a leveling kit, because you should be able to fit it with a leveling kit and just a little bit of plastic trimming. Just a little bit. I think I nailed this hands down. This is gonna be like a nice, proper, like goodish to take to a truck show, but also good enough to like actually use. And the wheels are expensive, the tires, not so much. But a leveling kit, I mean, I think it's perfect.
Okay, so to recap the options that we picked, we did the Fuel Crush because of the blend of the hybrid, like off-road style plus show style, because we're only doing a leveling kit, but we still want it to stand out. And then as far as tires go, Nitto Ridge Grappler, hands down most popular tire, get good mileage out of those things. 33 12.5 R22, obviously, because that's what's gonna fit on there. We have to do a decent amount of trimming based on what I read in the gallery, but it's gonna keep us as low as possible and still really wide. So to fit all that, I selected the Rough Country 2-inch front leveling kit because for some reason I was running out of time and couldn't find the ReadyLift one. But honestly, these will probably do just fine because they're actually leveling struts, which is something pretty new for Rough Country. And they're only $330 for the pair, pretty simple installation. And that should get us everything we need with all the options, tire pressure sensors, lug nuts, and everything. Came in under budget, just under $4,500, all shipped for free. So that's it, that's mine. We'll probably grab Alex then, and we'll show each other what we built. Super excited to see what you've selected because as a car guy, I assumed you just pick things that don't fit.
Yeah, so here's the...
Did you use the gallery?
Yes, I used the gallery a little.
Oh no. Oh my God, what's going on out there?
So I used the gallery for only what I needed.
Yeah.
Can I talk over that or should we wait? So here's the thing, I did use the gallery.
Good.
Only for the basic level of information. The only thing I needed to know is about what would fit.
Yeah.
I didn't need to know what actually fit because
you'll just trim to fit the rest.
Yeah, I don't need that. That's why we got camber. That's why we got truck guys, they poke, right?
Yeah,
so if you go
more
negative offset, all it does is poke more.
Yeah.
Whether it pokes by 44 or whether it pokes by 50, it's like 7 millimeters. It's like barely a difference. So I went out there and I found a 2018 Ford F-150 that had some 20 by 12 negative 51s, and I thought to myself, this looks really nice. And them 305 55s. But the 20 by 12s were just too small. So I went up and I got myself some 22 by 12 Fittipaldi off-road, they're not off-road, FTF 08s. They're brushed with black tint. They're 22 by 12 negative 51s, and I like them because they're literally right there. Yeah. And I saw them and they're dope, and I want them and they're awesome. So I thought to myself, if I ball super hard on the wheels, unless there's some sort of financing option available, I'm gonna have to get some tires that like are barely suitable for road conditions.
Well,
But I found because the Fittipaldis are a little bit more expensive, I actually got to like when you put them together, it's not as expensive. So I was able to actually
Sick deal on
yeah,
tires because of the.
yeah. So you spend a lot of money on the wheels, you get to save money on the tires. So I saved a ton of money on the tires. Ended up getting the Amp Terrain Attack ATAs 35 by 12.5s.
You're gonna try to fit 35s on. What suspension are you going with?
That's the great thing. So I decided that to make the 22 by 12 -51s fit, I went with a very fancy Pro Ride leveling kit.
Yes, I see.
$249, can't go wrong with that. On top of
So
my
just-
$4,500
yeah.
package, that's $4,750, son. And if I take out my fender liners and I sell those on eBay, I'm probably down to like $4,100. I'm pretty sure I'm actually got an extra grand to spend. Get yourself some window tint, maybe take your lovely significant other out for a date.
I don't know if the 35 12.5s would actually fit on there. I mean, you might be able to drive straight. I don't know if you'll be able to turn. with
Don't
the
need to
leveling.
turn.
That's-
It'll look
that's
good
the
without
unfortunate
it.
part. It would look really good. I actually went with a fairly similar thing, and I think you probably expected me to not go this
I know.
route. But went with some Fuel Crushes. These are
Okay.
also the double dark tint, so we actually picked like the same
Yeah.
finish wheel.
Okay.
It's that like clear coat that's been like put black
Oh,
tint
you got the
over it.
classic boys too.
Nitto Ridge Graphs.
You can't
for
go
tires.
wrong with Nitto Ridge
You can't
Graphs.
go
I
wrong.
know.
That was $3,800, which left me plenty of room for the couple extra options. So like I obviously added in my tire pressure sensors and everything that you didn't click on.
No.
Because I wasn't worried about the budget because I was scraping by. And it was fine. And then I was running out of time and I wanted a different lift kit, but
You only got the front.
that's all I need.
You only need them
That's
in the
all I
front
need, yeah.
and then just blocks in the rear?
Because I picked the 33 by 12.5, so you picked 35s. So I can actually fit them in there, and it sounds like it's based on the gallery. As long as I pull the crash bars out, do a little bit of trimming, we'll be good. We can actually turn.
Oh.
So front leveling kit, the back stays stock with the stock blocks in there, and
Does that give you the old Cali lean? Does that give you the junior squat?
no, because it starts off like 2 inches lower in the front.
Oh, so then it
This
just
brings
flattens
like,
it out.
perfectly flat without raising it too much because I wanted to go stock height looking
Uh-huh.
but wide. So that's why I did this. And I didn't actually realize that Rough Country made leveling struts. So like in the car world, this is similar to buying a coilover versus buying like your
Why are
cheap
they-
O-ring springs.
Oh,
They're only
okay.
$330 and it's just the front, but like that should be pretty good because it's a leveling strut and you're not putting a block. It's not the spacer that
Yeah, it's
everybody
not the
makes
big
fun of us
chunk.
for
Yeah.
to stick on the top. So that
Still
was our
confused.
build in 5 minutes. That's all it took for a couple of dudes with minimal time to build some good looking
I
trucks.
can't wait for people to complain about me picking 22 by 12 -51s on a leveling kit.
Yeah, oh, and 35s. It's not
And
gonna
35s,
Fit. Well,
it's
you
not
know
gonna
what?
fit.
He did. So we take it
Anything,
back
anything
now.
can fit. The question is how much are you willing to sacrifice to make it fit? And if you know car guys, we'll sacrifice just about everything.
Yeah. So if you guys want to start your build, you can head up to customoffsets.com. That's where we have all the wheels, tires, suspension, all of that stuff. That was me just throwing it right at you so you directly understand what the purpose of this is. And then the gallery is where you figure out what fits, which is how both of us were able to do that, even though you have no knowledge on trucks.
Yeah, I mean, I was close, and I'm sure, like, if I was a typical customer, I'd probably call and be like, hey, you know, it rubs a little bit. I use the gallery, but, and then Claire's gonna be like, no, you didn't, son. No, you didn't. But hey, love the gallery. It's absolutely awesome to use.
All right, that's it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on the YouTube. Peace.